One pandemic, one virus uncovered the crippled health infrastructure that India has. The lockdowns were meant to buy time to improve health infrastructure. Did we achieve that? The gasping patients in our hospitals, the burning dead bodies at our cremation grounds hold the answer to what we have achieved with the lockdown. Hello netizens. Heard you are looking for positive news. Sorry to break it to you. There are none. It was business as usual in India, with people sneaking out of their new normal to the actual normal we all hoped for. Social gatherings were at the peak. Election campaigns were hosting thousands. Businesses were getting ready to make money again. But little we anticipated that this was the silence before the storm. As we started counting days in April, suddenly a tsunami of COVID cases hit the unprepared nation. With SOS messages filling our Instagram, cremation grounds burning continuously, to people crisscrossing for oxygen. We have seen it all in the last few days, and there's more to come. With new Indian variants being detected, failed implementation of government guidelines, and ineffective administration in federal and state governments, we are actually in what Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan claims, end game. Just that it doesn't seem to be an end game for virus, but for us. If the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation, an independent global health research center at the University of Washington is to be believed, there's a prediction that India will see close to 665,000 casualties by August 1st, 2021. But how did we reach here? If you're looking for words, there are two: ignorance and denial. A collective ignorance and a thin skin towards criticism have landed us here. There were warnings that we ignored during our post-lockdown fatigue. K. Srinath Reddy, President of the Public Health Foundation of India, and Rakesh Mishra, Senior Principal Scientist and Director of Hyderabad-based Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, both in an interview to National Geographic claimed that their continuous warning about a deadly second wave were ignored by everyone, media and administration included. No one was listening, and they had been accused of raising false alarm. Had our officials were not busy in early celebrations and self-patting their back for running the largest vaccination drive? Mind you, largest, not the most efficient vaccination drive. We might have anticipated a second wave that has hit India in her belly. You can take as much pride in it as you want. But it is a sad state that the Instagram influencers and young Indians, some of them who are themselves suffering from COVID, are helping each other, while the politicians claiming to have a 56-inch chest are asking Twitter to delete the posts that criticize them. It is a humanitarian crisis now. Some vultures among us are still holding medicines and oxygen cylinders. In one bizarre case, world's largest political party's Gujarat office had procured 5,000 remdesivir even when hospitals in Gujarat were running out of it. Great that you are coming together and helping each other, but it's high time now to shut the political bullshit and question those who are accountable for this state of the nation. Our states and federal governments are being governed by power-hungry foxes who are just a bunch of inefficient administrators who don't care about our lives. These foxes were busy in election campaigns while they were supposed to get the health infrastructure ready for the second wave. One pandemic, one virus uncovered the crippled health infrastructure that India has. India spends only 1.6% of its GDP on health, while countries like Vietnam spend almost 7% of their GDP on health. And probably that's also the reason they performed better in the pandemic. Now that the things are out of hand, we are using railways and air force to carry out oxygen from one place to another, taking help from different nations. But what were we doing when experts were warning us about the second wave? Had we prepared ourselves back then, we might have contained the effects of the second wave. The lockdowns were meant to buy time to improve health infrastructure. Did we achieve that? The gasping patients in our hospitals, the burning dead bodies at our cremation grounds hold the answer to what we have achieved with the lockdown? Did the migrants walk home to see a failing nation? Did the youth lose their jobs to a crippled administration? You can select your side in this polarized world and join the classic blame game. You can bat for any side you wish until the virus hits your home, until it hits your love, your family, your friends, until you are crisscrossing for oxygen, a bed and ventilators. You have all the rights to bat for your side, but when the devil hits you, remember, you were also the part of the problem. Yes, there is no positive news today, but there will be tomorrow. Stay together but physically distanced. Let us fight together. Stay stronger together. This is Nabhaneel, and that's my Jaano Junction editorial.